of how to break through the backside. You're going to push Meteor out. You know that oftentimes it's going to be the solo hold when it comes to Meteor. So you force that fight, but do they know that Qeon is already here? RQ is going to play it safe. They don't have solid information just yet.
Still, though, great numbers advantage already, and with this pick, they might be able to rotate off. That said, Gen.G always exercises the discipline that they have. Textures not moving up front or anything at all. You've got that Trailblazer to get further information to see if they are rotating or not, but RQ stays disciplined.
Yeah, and RQ's pulling a page out of Gen.G. You have the numbers advantage. No matter what, you're still going to have a bit of an advantage if you go as 4. You still leave a lurk for extra pull potential. You still have 50 seconds on the clock, and you know that you gave 0 information up in mid. So Gen.G not going to be able to go for a full stack, barring any illogical decisions. Texture looking for a pick, and Gen.G finds the kill. Opens things up, draws a reaction out, and RQ immediately makes the call to go back to C.
That is a tremendous advantage. The rotation's coming through, but Gen.G does not hear a single peep from RRQ. So slowly setting up now. Monyet sends out the dark covers towards the C side. It's classic, it's default. But Karon has to receive all of this. He's got the paranoia, but not quite the opportunity to send it out yet. First shot goes through. He takes down a couple of players. Paranoia now out, and RQ's in a world of hurt. It's a firing range for Lakia as both players from RQ.
At least there isn't an operator on the C site, at least not just yet. That arrow's going to get eliminated right away. Gen.G in trouble. There's no backup for Monyet. Comes out just in time, surviving just a bit longer. Gen.G will open up the site for the rest of the team, but now it's down to a 3v3. Monyet so low, but at the same time, it's an operator for the retake. So they go for the flood. Estrella takes down Karon, who doesn't quite get the spray down onto Lakia. Now a 2v2. Texture still not on the site just yet. Lakia taking space one at a time, but Monyet is holding close. He's looking to be that wild card. He needs to try to get this kill. Do they check it? He knows he's here. He hears the gun swap, and that should be the round, but Texture gonna be calm about it. Gets the first kill. The recon's coming down, but he should. Oh, it's gonna be the shock dart. And Texture, he's gonna get the half done. LB Moore, he needs to get the kill. He cannot! To try to equalize the econ.
Down the half shield, but now they're facing up against Texture's operator as well. At least they know that he's kind of set up around the A site for the time being as the Yellow Drone kind of pushes out in towards sewers.
But no smokes. You lose your smokes here on Haven, single controller. I mean, sure, you have the Cypher, so yeah, you have a little bit more leeway, but you're not going to be able to afford it for the lurk either, so they're just going to turn up the tempo. They're hoping that it's going to be a rotation out from the operator, and they would be correct on this read, but they don't quite have control of the site yet. Gen.G, they've already filled up the link, and they are here to flood right back in. You know that they're trapped because of the angles that Munchkin and Texture are holding together. A clean 3K from Texture.
Painful round. RQ really needs to find a way to turn things around, but starting things off already. Munchkin pushes up on the offensive, takes down the first kill, Karon onto the next, and as they continue to pitch even further, this firing squad pushes up front, and they eliminate RQ in total. As Ultimates are rolling thunder at the ready. They start things off with Gen.G dashing in. He misses the blades. No! Karon's on the corner. He's just tucked away, waiting for them to peek out. There's the first shot. Estrella makes it a trade. Meteor just tucked away perfectly while Lakia sends out the guiding light. But look at this. RRQ managed to fire back.
Yeah, so the Rolling Thunder still gives them the space that they needed. It got real dicey, but you can't ever count Texture out in these situations. 1v3 operator and Bladestorm online. Cam spots him. He's waiting for the peek. B sent for the time being. Spike not yet delivered, though. They're gonna wait to see if they could clear it out, and Texture finds the context Pharaoh. So now RQ, you're panicking, you have to move forward again. This is where they thrive, the chaos, and Monyet is gonna be above. Once again, it's just Texture left. You've already eliminated everyone else coming in from the A side. You know Texture was on the C side of the map. RQ should get another plant.
Yeah, the jungle gym from Monyet, the way that they push into this B site, just covering every single base and kind of flashing and making sure that that Gen.G stays blind at RQ.
Think by delaying them, paranoia as well, and then the lockdown. The Hunter's Fury will be used to destroy it, but Munchkin's already here, just absolutely holding the choke point. They actually get choked up by their own Hunter's Fury as well. And it's just disaster for RQ as the Spike gets stranded at the entrance of the site, nobody nearby. The guard is all here for Gen.G. It's a firing squad, and I don't think there's a way out of it. Only 8 seconds left, and Xfero does not find an opening. Only 1 kill to his name. And Gen.G will shut down what looks as a bit of a Hail Mary. I mean, Monyet just needs to stay alive. I have a feeling Meteor is going to creep through this smoke. He's waiting. He's already on the site. They have no idea. Monyet finally spots him, so there is the trade. But Karon now trying to fill it again. Gen.G might be coming in 1 by 1, but Karon says 1 is all we need as he gets a triple kill on the site. But it's going to be answering right back as well. They all get spotted around the smoke. Texture, he wants to get bailed out. They have a read on his position. He's trying his darndest to stay alive, but there's just too many people. But the site, whose side is it on? RQ, they're flooding it. They're coming out of the smoke. That's on both sides, but now it's down to a 3v1. Meteor, sure, you've got full health on half armor, but no util on the site. Creeping up. It's a double stack. He finds the 1v1 down to 22 HP. And he's going to try to reposition. He does have time. If he can find just one more pick, maybe. But RQ, they're going to stick together. They're not taking the chances to Cam. Gets a reaction. And now they're ready for it, and they're not going to give him the angle this time.
Gen.G right around the corner. He goes in for the crouch peek. That's Karen down. And with that, a little bit more space to work with as well. The rest of RQ are thinking about pushing over onto the C site, maybe in through garage. Texture has pulled out the blade, so they are very cautious of it as well. Lakia just hovering around the A site, but he doesn't quite have much intel gathering utility.
Yeah, just not just yet. Now RQ probably wondering if it was a two-man push or not over on A, but they say at the very least Gen.G, they're probably going to hedge their bets and go towards the extremities, so they will take the risk of entering onto B site. One gone through, but Gen.G not quite spotted high above the right click to finish off Texture. And RQ, after what seemed on Gen.G to play the map a bit, and oh man, the first shots are good for Monyet and Gen.G. Meteor and Munchkin a bit bunched up, doesn't separate fast enough, and there's still two people on the side on C, so massive numbers advantage for RQ.
Sheriff and Classic stacked up. Who would have thought? So much more control now. Texture trying to creep in through, but the well-timed dark cover from Monyet just blocks things off at the last second.
Now, I love RQ's adaptation here. Instead of saying, hey, because we have numbers, we can still hold 2-1-2, you say, let's play the numbers advantage. Let's get ready to shift faster onto B or C, just in case they rotate to B. But A, we got a tripwire. Worst case, it's a 5v3 retake on pistol. No util really on either side, so we should have the numbers advantage. Now, trying to get ready for a high-low setup. Instant spot, but Charon sneaks in a kill. And that's going to be the cue for Texture, but Elmimore is waiting. RQ, their early rotation is paying off. Monyet on for a 3K in the pistol. But he's not going to give that chance. There is the flash. Lakia spotted. And Elmimore is waiting to receive, and there's the kill. Counter recon.
Will counter recon now, but nobody's pushing out just yet. Gen.G trying to stay in the pocket.
Yeah, and they're ready for the lurk as well. Gen.G's watching for it in mid. Meanwhile, Texture trying to keep through, but it's going to be the fault line to just delay, and Elmimore gets a cheeky kill with the shock dart. It's going to be a crack in the cyber cage, but RQ cannot find the right angles. Texture is surviving.
Yeah.
You've got Alarmbot and Nanostorm covering garage as well.
I'm not a fan of this. This is RQ working at a huge disadvantage. They're trying to set in for this retake. The dash comes through, but Karen's ready to receive just at the get-go. Estrella manages to fire back, takes down Karen, but you still have to work against the smokes, and at the same time, Elmimore trying to work out this flank. Texture just holds things down up around C-Link. How does Elmimore make his way out of this? At this point, it has to be a save. RQ, they lost their advantage. Sticks the plan.
They're going to push out as well. Estrella, he might not be ready for this. He's ready for a flash just to buy time, just so we can have the setup up in heaven. But Gen.G, once again, a step ahead. The drop from Xfero. Saving graces. Gen.G has to win the fight. He does in sewers, and now they spot Charon. But the Hunter's Fury used. He knows that he has a timing right now to reset. Shrouded Sep forces him to check the smoke. He knows Gen.G's gone into it. They're trying to draw him out. There's the recon. They know he's still here. And the double, Charon finds it, but the immediate trade from Elmimore. It's a dash in. It's going to be the pinch with the from the shadows, but Xfero's quick on it. Trying to avoid the pinch, but Charon, another jiggle head shot. Paranoia to keep them tied up. Monyet, you're all alone. You have to survive. He's trying to play around the smoke. He's too slow. Too many footsteps. Panics. And now Charon survives and gets back with the team. 4v3 post plan for Gen.G.
This is ridiculous, and now he's still controlling the exit around the C site. RRQ trying their darndest to try to find some frags, trying to push through, but everything's blocked off. They're running out of time. Gen.G, they've backed all the way up towards C long, towards Dragon, leaving Karen alone on the site. There's just too much pressure for RRQ.
You have to save.
And they're going in for that save.
Yeah, I mean, unless you were going to drone that smoke immediately, you're in that same situation again. You got kill trips, 2 of them, but Monyet's dead, so the first trip's gone. Texture's gone over it as well, and he spots the second one. The setup destroyed. Xfero spotted. He's all alone. He can't find a kill. And Gen.G catching the flank. For what? RQ down in numbers again. Sight given up. And it's deja vu all over again.
He's got the blades, But unfortunately, economy not quite on RQ's side, and they are staring down that tunnel that is saying it's map point. The trade comes through. Elmimore manages to find the first, maybe a second, but Lakia just fires right back. It's down to the 1-on-2. Estrella has to do it all to prevent this from going to 12. He's starting to peek out. Flash is going through. He knows that they're all around C-Long. Utility just to block out the cubby, but nobody's there to be found. Has to tap the spike.
Yeah, sold the tap, and they're going to double peek right on the 4-second mark. They're jiggled to check as well. He does get the half, so there's one more opportunity, but they swing out in perfection.
The one silver lining that they might have is that they are close to their ultimates. If Estrella can pick up the Rolling Thunder, but Texture just shuts it right down. Elmimore couldn't find a single thing. Now the blade's pulled out. Gen.G shut down, out in the cold. Estrella trying to stay tucked away. Aftershocks out, just to block things off. 4 rounds left in the magazine. Peeks out, but Texture just shut everything down on for the quad, and maybe even the ace.
Can he finally get it? That's the new storyline now, because the map is surely over. Gen.G looking to get that 1-0 lead, but now the real victory would be, no, it's going to be Meteor shutting down the ace. So while Texture does not win the ace yet again, RQ, they've already taken all the way up to the entrance of the site, right up to the spike position. They spot him, they push him out of showers, and that's going to be the poison cloud dropping. Gen.G's ready for it. A quiet pinch in from RQ. Lamb still being held, backside still being held by Gen.G, and they push right back out. Gen.G's not taking this quietly, and Monyet cannot find all the kills as Texture gets 3 for himself. Here are all the weapons as well. So RQ knowing that they should be okay. It's going to be cyber cages from both sides just to try to keep Gen.G trapped as they try to creep in, trying to clear angle by angle. Gen.G is looking to do damage, if not win the round. It's a 3v4. It is doable, but time is not on their side. We're about past the halfway mark. It's an instant jump in. The flood is good. Triple kill for Gen.G, but he goes down. Xpharaoh clears up Qeon, and while Meteor is doing damage, RQ, they can just play the timer to try to win out the round. And Meteor not able to stop in time on that wide swing. Will be correct. Spots the sky. Should have spotted the Viper as well at range, but Munchkin just going to get the spam through the toxic screen. They need to be able to clear this site fast. Gen.G, he's trying his darndest, but Lakia's called for backup. They've already arrived. They're ready to break any sort of setup here. As we do see the blinds coming in, and there's the showstopper. The paint shells get a kill, but Xpharaoh somehow survives. 85 HP, 1v2, but it's just too much. Spike wasn't planted either. Up. Texture holding from heaven. The trips are clear, but the paint shell again, just so much delay. RQ not able to draw these out fast enough. Their rotation is just much slower right now than Gen.G's. They're still trying to creep in, but Meteor's already holding in the smoke. So is Qeon. It's a triple hold on the site, and they immediately push out. It's a play for time here from Gen.G. And RQ, they don't have an answer for it. They try for a fake, but there's going to be the ultimate, and they're just spraying down to deny the plant. And they'll get the cherry on top by eliminating everybody. But they do not know for sure. And you have Munchkin outside of the smoke as well. Sure, you have the barrier mesh, but you don't actually have control of the site like you think you do. The paranoia is not going to get the full care. There's a flash. Gen.G buying enough time. Monyet the showstopper to make sure. And Xpharaoh watching the flank. And he sends it as well, blindly. RRQ finally getting a round that they wanted in the fashion that they planned for with this composition. See if they can end it cleanly for a flawless. They're on board for it. Qeon just holding back, and it looks like he will just back off. I mean, with the barrier mesh buying so much time and a 1v5, you're not going to want to risk this one.
Backing up for the clean save. That's it, though. Good round from RRQ. I think it was a little bit of a tell. As soon as Meteor tried to sneak on over, Qeon with the sky smoke kind of alerted RQ to maybe thinking. Oh, there it is. Monyet peeking out.
Trailblazer as well from Gen.G to try to slow things down. Gravnet to just jump onto Lamps. The pit is going to go up, and Monyet can't land the shots. Meteor just traces him as he comes through. Meteor popping out as well on for the ace. He denied Textures, but will he get his own as he hides the cam to try to spot? Not quite finding him just yet. Elmimore hidden in Lamps.
30 seconds
but there's no exit. I mean, Elmimore, your best bet right now is just to try to save here. He's going to deny it. It's just Gen.G against Aces today. But Elmimore, now the mission is to stay alive. 20 seconds. Barrier mesh maybe just to trap himself in, but none of it feels great. And now
10 seconds
closing in. Holding off Texture from one side. They know he's trapped. It's a pinch. The timing should be good. And Qeon, the jumping judge. RQ hoping that they can even this out to a 6-6. Once again on the back foot, once again playing catch-up. Munchkin, he's been crouched. He's going to try to pretend that he's not there, not making the audio cue of trying to pull the pin out, and Texture is still holding there from backside, but RQ, they find their targets. Quick trades onto Munchkin and Texture. Barrier mesh already down. They haven't quite cleared showers yet. They don't check for it at all. The gate crash fake, but no control over that one. And RQ, sure you have the wall up, but you're trapped right now. Setting up the sonic sensors. Barrier mesh broken nice and early. The ping's coming down from the neural theft. Gen.G ready to close in on the target.
Still kind of waiting for that tap now. Here it comes. With the cyber cage out though, Karen plays right around the edges, managing to take down Gen.G. Elmimore sprays through, gets a couple of his own. A Meteor answers right back. Elmimore still playing around the corners.
Have Lakia over by B in a position with the toxic screen to shut everything down. Maniac goes down, instant spam, but that's enough time for Qeon to fill the back of the site. He sees the Shrouded Step, he's waiting for the next jump in. There's a flash coming in, Estrella barely jiggles out in time. Site's still in control for RQ. Gen.G now too staggered. They have to reset for the retake.
A little bit of dark cover though. Oh, but Munchkin just walks out a little bit too darn early. Meteor now, it's all on his shoulders before RQ evens out the score. Slowly creeps out, fires off an opening shot, revealed his position, trying to bait out some peeks, but nobody's really going in for it just yet. They've got such a big numbers advantage, all staring down this one single line of sight. Smoked off by Estrella, but what is this? The collateral onto two! It's a sudden one-on-one. Xpharaoh, a bit of a death match, and he manages to sidestep as Meteor steps up onto the top.
As RQ, you have to push out and get fights. It's not easy to do that on the pistol, but if Jemkin wins the first contact, makes things a little simpler. Monyet peeking off of it, and he just shuts down Munchkin. B main held on, you hear the noise, you know it's the Cypher here on the B side. Trapped. And Gen.G now rotating, trying to re-clear. Still a lot of time on the clock.
Cover going out.
He's kind of slowly inching up towards it. Estrella with the jump peaks gathers the information that he needs, so now sets up for the paranoia while Monyet plays around the corner. We've got the rest of the squad kind of rotating over as well. There's a bit of a potential for Gen.G to make a teleporter play if they really want to.
No info though, and you just drew out the paranoia, so Gen.G, they're just gonna go in quietly, cut the audio, send the high guiding line just to get in and find the opening. There's one kill, but it's not gonna be enough as RQ, they've made that fast rotate. And Gravnat at the ready, it's gonna be a simultaneous pinch. The guiding light lets them know that the hit is here. Creeping all the way through, Snakebite keeping RQ at bay, and RQ, they can't stay alive. Elmimore completely trapped in the smoke. Gen.G fishes him out. Xpharaoh's here for the trade. Backside still in control for RQ. They're going in through close quarters. It's a double setup. Meteor, what a snapshot onto Jemkin. Weapon recovered. Vandal in the hands of the Sentinel of Gen.G. And RQ, they have a lot of work to do. They have to push through. Shower still in Gen.G's control as well. They gain no space off of that paranoia. Qeon trying to make a curveball play, but he gets shut down at long range. Meteor utilizing that Vandal. He turns around. It's a triple. The reload not in his favor, but Monyet doesn't have much to work with. Just a classic. He finds one. There's a Spectre for Munchkin. This is a round over. Gen.G, the thrifty to shut down the anti-eco commitment, which is, I would say, the right call to hold on to this angle, but they have to clear Meteor out. If they can't do that, it's going to be the round broken. Meteor gets the kill. Monyet holds him off for the time being, but it's still going to be angle advantage for Gen.G as they now hold both entries into the site, and they just barrel through trying to chase. Lakia,
30 seconds
bit of
left.
an overheat, so now down to a 2v3. Unbeknownst to Gen.G on site, it's currently a 2v2. They can't bank on that just yet. They will just double up, go for the plant. They know that Showers was still under their control, so Meteor holding close. Qeon's gonna look to try to bait them out into Meteor's hands. Meteor waiting. Suspecting perhaps the far lurk coming in. He finds one, he lands that shot, but can't connect to more. Qeon, another snap headshot. The spike's still far, he's trying to buy time, but the molly doesn't quite come out. Paranoia pushes him back, he has to double check, and Estrella's gonna get off the half, but Qeon, how many is it? The headshot machine of Korea. The trip that they're relying on. Then the cam as well. Here comes the paint shells. Xfero, you gotta get out of there. He's not going to be able to. The call comes in too late. And RRQ, the setup dismantled by a single grenade thrown out from Raze. Now a 4-man retake. You have the dimensional drift, but the Seekers come out. Time bomb once again. Estrella spams through. He finds a gap. Now's the opening for Gen.G to try to get information. He's scouting out, but Texture, he's dancing. He's dancing as much as he can, trying to buy time. Estrella going around on the flank. Magiev finds a kill as well, and that's going to the timing to pinch in. Estrella, the IGL leading by example. Get G.
Gen.G still trying to stay and hover around the site. Karen thinking about the orbital strike, the fake out, not really bought.
Open up this hellfire!
Suddenly goes through, just to clear on the backside. The rest of Gen.G trying to peek out from these smokes,
30
but
seconds left.
RRQ is everything trained and covered, but what is this? All the way from Showers, Munchkin, a bit of a double kill. Karen here to back him up as well. The spike has gone down. It's a 1-on-2 for Xfero.
The layers from Gen.G, down in numbers, and you still go for a commit onto the rotate. You use the orbital strike to make sure that you have time to go all the way around. That entire play, the linchpin was going to be Munchkin, and Karon will be the one to wrap it up. Time. Yet he gets spotted, and he sees him. Both of them getting information. Estrella has to win that fight. He does. So they know that Gen.G might be going for the rotate. The Annihilation just to push them out. Now they have hard information. The Annihilation trying to chase through. Estrella gonna be on the receiving end of this package. Takes down Lakia. Gen.G, can they pull it out again? The Rabbit. No, Estrella shuts it down, and Karon not gonna be able to do much. As Gen.G finally closes things out on that 9th round win.
Meanwhile, you've got Texture alongside Karen slowly doubling back into where it Showers. Gen.G going in for the pinch play against Munchkin now. And a bit of a trade happens on the other side of the map.
Omimor's trying to creep forward. He's trying to just be the hero that holds on. He's trying to anchor onto the site, the grab net just to buy time. And he'll say, I'm not going to take these chances. Gives the respect to Gen.G. Paranoia as well to buy further time for the backup. Now 2, now 3 members, but down back to 2 as Estrella tries to even things out. Meteor all alone, only 30 HP. Just one more round needed, but RRQ says we're not done just yet. Now a whole entire setup to try to buy time for the operator. The paint shells, and he's trying to peek out of it. They're not going to suspect it, but the paint shells gets the kill. The showstopper not finding it. Texture can't quite find the targets he needs, but at the end of the day, Gen.G is here, holding the angle, gets the spams, finds the headshots through the smoke. Munchkin creating a crash, trying to find a gap, but the dimensional drift will force him over. Xfero, it's all up to him. In a fairly noticeable position, but the sonic sensor, it gets broken. The pit now, the stun there, buying time, and Xfero does not miss the opportunity. RRQ 1 step away from extending their life. Lamps, and it's a stack towards B. It's the weak side, but Omimor finds that there's no util follow-up, but Estrella gets taken down. No smokes on the side of RRQ in the face of elimination. Gen.G cut off from the site, so is Xfero. RRQ, are they gonna give this up? Xfero, he desperately wishes he could find a kill, but no one's gonna check for him. He's not gonna go for the spam. The volley takes out Omimor. TP heard. Monyet trying to pinch in. It's gonna be a bunch of 1v1s. Xfero's waiting for it, doesn't find the kill. Gen.G exits, they know that time is on their side, and there's not much of it. Ticking down on their lifeline of VCT Pacific 2024. Doubled up on elbow. They're in the site, but no one's showing their face. Meteor drawing aggro. Xfero takes Munchkin down, but still nobody spotted. The orbital strike finally drawn out, but 2 members taken down, and Xfero all alone to try to keep RRQ alive. But he's not gonna find it. The ticks ending the season of RRQ. Gen.G will win 2-0. Moving on to the double elimination of the VCT Pacific Stage 2 playoffs and ending RRQ season once again.